Hey, what is up, YouTube? Planet Carno here again. Just want to thank you all so much for all the likes, all the support, and the views for the Fuel Order base video. I honestly wasn't really expecting it to do that well, considering how small this channel is right now. But just wanted to kind of go ahead and do another one since me and Mike decided to go to another server. We decided to join someone who followed us on our Twitch. They invited us over here to their server. And this is, I believe they call it the Dreaded Castaway server, I believe is what the name of this one is. So if y'all want to, hop on in here with us and explore around, by all means. I think it's got like 100 slots, so definitely no shortage of, room. But anyway, just want to go ahead and start this video by saying once again, thank you. And we're going to be doing a little base location video since y'all seem to like the last one so much. But this is for, and some of you, where is it? I can't really see it from right here. But some of you may recognize this map. Some of you may not. This is a older modded map called the Volcano. Now, for those of you who are familiar with it, it's got quite a variety of places and areas on it. You've got like a little corrupted island over there. In fact, this little sea base right there for some reason. I'm still trying to figure that one out. And the list just kind of goes on and on. Now, without wasting any more time, we're going to go ahead and hop into this. We're actually going to start off with number 1 on our list. And now, these aren't listed in any particular order. This is just kind of going down the list I've got written down here. So right here, this is actually where me and Mike the Hobbyist will be building our base right here. We are at 1617. Yeah, let me pull up my map here. Yeah, right there. Right smack along over there. So it is a very nice area to build. We haven't really had too many issues with of creatures or anything. There are some decent amount of resources nearby. As you can see, you got some crystal, got a little bit of metal. The Ravengers and Basilisks and the occasional Carno, ironically, do cause a slight issue, but not too much. Everything else on this island, like below us into that section right there, like kind of down there towards the feet, it's just all herbivores, so not really any danger there. Anyway, yeah, I just love this because you get this giant lake right here. And for those of you who are a little bit more adventurous, if you come over to this little hole right here and drop on down, there's a little bit of a surprise waiting for you down there. But I'll let you all figure that one out, because I had to figure that one out the hard way. But it is definitely worth the exploration and risk. All right, on to the next little area. All right, everyone, for our next little location here, we've got, I like to just have little fun names for a place like this. I call this one the Troll Underneath the Bridge, because actually, I believe that's the owner of the server. That's his little base right there. Chaos, I believe, is his name. It's actually a very nice little area to build in. It's pretty well secluded. There's not really a whole lot of issues here. And we're sitting at 3226. And we're actually just across the way from our other base, which is right there on the map. But it is definitely a nice little place. It does have some room for growth. It'd be a good little idea for like a community base area if your tribe and everything. If you can seal off that giant gaping front door, I think probably be the only con, other than I don't like getting into the water, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. Oh well, okay, so that's not that bad. And I'm not sure what that is, but okay. If it is definitely a nice little place. But anyway, yeah, this pretty much all there is to tell for this place. There's not really a whole lot of resources nearby. You know, you've got rocks and stuff, obviously, but that's pretty much about as far as it goes. And I see if he's made like a little wall here, but outside of that, yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this base. Not really a whole lot up here either, other than an army of stegos. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head off to the next base. So moving on to our next base. God, I cannot talk today. Just a little ice cave. It's definitely one of my favorite areas though, because honestly, like, there's really not that many caves on this map that you can actually like reasonably build in. And you know, like for this one, you know, you can like there's at least decent room to build. You wouldn't be able to have like a tribe in here probably, but I mean, people get creative. I've seen some interesting ones, but definitely for sure. I mean, at the very least, one person, that little platform right there, maybe spread out a little bit along the walls. It's pretty well hidden too. It's like, unless you fly like right past it, it's pretty hard to see it. But yeah, if like this is a nice little tucked away place. I do actually like this spot a little, like quite a bit. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot to tell about this one. Obviously, words. We got some oil rocks, stuff like that. But outside of that, there's really not much like variability to this base. I mean, it's got access to the ocean, which is nice, but that's pretty much where it drops off. That's pretty much all there is to it. Sitting here at 1862. Yeah, so we're still up in the northern part of the map where the other two faces are, but we're gonna be kind of bumping around from here on out into the other areas. So we'll go ahead and head on over to the next one. Alrighty. So here we are at the castle. Just the abandoned castle, as I like to call it. Obviously, if it does have some structure already put on it, it does have a cave entrance in the back, so it might be a little bit troublesome to build here, depending on the server and if you know what rules that they want to have. Here, the only rule is as long as you can build wherever you want, but if it's blocking a resource node or a cave, you have to let people come through the base to get to it. That's like its only big thing. But as you can see, like, it's a pretty decent little setup base. I mean, you've got a bunch of crystal, you've got metal nodes everywhere. It's pretty high up. You're not gonna really have to worry about getting attacked by many people, at least from the ground. Like, they have to either fly up here or follow the path. You know, put some ceilings up, block off some of these other walls, do a little bit of repair work, maybe on this giant hole. But other than that, it's a pretty nice little resource base. You wouldn't have to worry about doing a whole lot right here. Got some obsidian mixed in there as well. And we're sitting right about, oh, my map did pull up. Right about the middle of the map. This big old volcano. Imagine that. The map volcano has a giant volcano. Who would have thunk it? But the other reason is because if you come in here, ooh, I've actually never seen a phoenix in here. That's new. Nice. If you come into the volcano, you've got just an absolute truckload of metal and crystals and gems and all kinds of stuff. Some gas deposits here and there. So you've got a lot to work with. So for any of you who are looking at, if you get that head start and make maybe a metal base here on the map, as long as you come here first, or at least maybe set up shop nearby, like in the redwoods right there, because the redwoods are right next door to us. There's a little tree house. But yeah, that's it for this one. We're gonna go ahead and move to the next spot, which this one is one of my favorites, but I think for aesthetics, this next one is probably my favorite. Alrighty now. This one, like I said, as far as aesthetic stuff, I know a lot of people don't really like building in the desert. And I can understand why, if it's hot, your water drains quickly, if you go for heat, building with metal is an absolute nightmare. But As far as aesthetically pleasing bases go, I really do like this, which is why I call this one the Oasis base. Now, that normally isn't there where I'm pointing, but obviously he put that in. I'm trying not to get too close because I can tell that is an enemy base, so I'm going to try not to get too close. I don't know if I'm going to end up triggering something. I would really hate to lose this wyvern. But as far as the base goes, obviously being in the desert, it is limited on resources. You know, if it's got stone and stuff, obviously, you got some clay here and there, make some adobe. It's not bad, but it does have, you know, at least some valuable, well, semi-valuable resources nearby, because there is another lake on the other part of this desert on this map where you will find just beavers and dams galore. But as far as this spot goes, it does have two big downsides. One, obviously, like I just said, resource availability is pretty slim. But if you're one of those people who likes to farm death worms, then you're in luck, because they are everywhere here. I had to kill like 3 before I could land, so they are definitely abundant. And oh, I guess I forgot to mention the big part of the desert, my bad, is there is plenty of oils over here, like little oil deposits. There's one, there should be like 2 or 3 more not too far from here. I think they're over here. Let me double check real quick. I'm like 90% sure they are somewhere over here. Yes, yeah, there's the other 2. There and Chow. So there is definitely, you know, at least some resources, but like I said, it is pretty slim. Anyway, we'll go and wrap up this full spot, and for our last spot, this one I think a lot of people are gonna have mixed feelings about. Also, this is where the Oasis is on your map. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. We're about 5780 roughly, just about. All right, but yeah, this next spot is going to be a little bit controversial to a lot of people. It's really just going to depend on your take, but I will see you when we get there. Alrighty then. And for our last little location on this list, and it is a very nice one, I do definitely enjoy it, because it is a very interesting little map, especially considering what this little habitat is. Now, on this little island right here, it's kind of off the map. As you can see, we're sitting at about, what, 4408, roughly? And as you can see, oh, hold on, there we go. Glitch in the system. Now, the reason I like this area is because obviously, if you want to build inside here, you're completely safe. There's no like bad spawns inside the rock wall, but you will get a whole army of Ovis. Now, there's just sheep and sheep and sheep just for miles. So a little campfire. But that is the good news about it. It, however, does have water. You won't have to worry about, you know, dying of thirst in here. You'll have everything you'll need: meat, trees, berries, the whole 9 yards. You're set. Now, the bad part about this base, it does have plenty of potential to build and access to resources. However, the neighbors are kind of annoying. Yep, and there's one right there. Yep. Dire wolves. They don't really come into the area. I haven't noticed them ever like come through. They've kind of always just kind of stopped like right here. It really sucks for that little sheep that gets killed. But outside the wall, there's just nothing but dire wolves. Like, they are everywhere. Which for some of you, that might be a good thing. A lot of people definitely do like the dire wolves. But there is definitely plenty of potential here. And like I said, like, it's in a decent area. That, and if you feel like getting a little bit, you know, rough around the edges, we do have the corrupted island right there. I would mind yourself going over there though. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, everyone, I hope you do enjoy this video. I hope it helps you in deciding, you know, where you want to build your base and everything. And I hope you do get a chance to explore and enjoy it. But sorry, I'm getting like 8 phone calls here. But anyway, please do, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And don't forget, if you'd like to follow me and Mike the Hobbyist on Twitch, you can find us, and I will include links down in the description. But anyway, thanks again, everyone. Hope you all have a good night.